I'm going to talk a little bit about struggling in math. One of our creeds here at Purple Sage is that we promote struggling, a little struggling. And what do I mean by that? You might hear your child come home and say, my teacher didn't help me today in math. I told her that I didn't understand anything and she wouldn't help me. Please know that we are aware of where your child is and what supports we need to give them. But we do believe that struggling is how students learn. And if you think back to when you were a kid and you were learning to ride your bicycle, for example, you did not just start off with getting on a bike and riding it. You struggled, right? You fell, you got up. That's the kind of struggling we're promoting in math problem solving as well. We want to teach our students, and I'm sure you also want your child to persevere when things get tough, not to just give up. Now, saying that, your child should not be coming home every day and saying, I don't know what I'm doing in math. If that happens, then please let us know and we will talk with you and set up something to go over strategies we're learning. But we want them to experience that struggle and have that self-confidence that comes after you struggle. I can do this. I've done this. It was hard, but I did it. So when we're doing our problem solving for the day, we will send our students off with a problem. We might talk about it a little bit. We might give them a little support here and there, but for the most part, we send them off to do their problem solving. Then when they come back, we either have them share strategies with a partner or we do a whole class sharing strategies. We do that so that students have a multitude of skills under their belt. We don't want them to, this is the only way to solve the problem. We want to give them the experience of, look how others solve the problem. So we just wanted you to know that that's going on in the math class, so if you hear it from your student, we are well aware and we will give supports where needed. We have, I'll just give an example. In my class, we had a problem yesterday and there was a lot of frustration going on. Then today, after we talked about it, we struggled a little bit today, I gave them a similar problem and they did it like that. And then we talked about how you had to do that struggle yesterday. It was tough, but look what you did and accomplished today. You did not struggle, you just knew exactly what to do. So that's what we're trying to teach.
La frustración en matemáticas es normal y si tu hijo llega a la casa y está frustrado por las matemáticas, eso es como van a aprender. ¿Sí? Tienen que luchar un poquito durante la clase. Nosotros vamos a apoyarles, pero nosotros queremos que ellos están pensando, luchando y que no se rindan. Esa es la cosa más importante de las matemáticas. Entonces nosotros vamos a ayudarles, pero tienen que pensar por sus mismas. Después de la lucha, vamos a compartir en las varias estrategias que hemos utilizado y van a ver diferentes estrategias para resolver los problemas de matemáticas.
Wednesday folder, you've seen them, they come home every Wednesday. There's probably forms that were graded. You guys get to keep those. We will ask if there's any forms, please just turn them back as soon as possible. And yes, it'll come from clubs, the office, or the community, so just be on the lookout every Wednesday.
Las carpetas de miércoles, favor de firmar los papeles y devolver la carpeta firmada. Las meriendas, snacks. So please bring a healthy snack. We all have different times that we allow our kids to eat. Water bottles as well. And they should be brought home daily so that they can be washed. Que tengan una merienda y botella de agua cada día.
So for birthdays, we want to celebrate your kid's birthday just as much as they do and you do. So you're welcome to bring treats or snacks for the class to share. Individually, wrapped items work best, but please drop the items off in the office and then we'll share those out at the end of the day. So per district policy, we can't pass them out at lunch, but around 2 o'clock, we're all back settled in our rooms after specials and we will sing happy birthday and do the snacks and the treats and the celebrating then.
Queremos celebrar los cumpleaños y ustedes están bienvenidos a mandar algo a la escuela, pero tienen que dejarlo en la oficina y vamos a comerlo al final del día, no durante el almuerzo.
Nurse and health issues. Just be aware that we are not allowed to give medications to our students, and we are not allowed we cannot allow students to just take medication out of their backpack and take it. All medication has to go through the nurse. It's just the rules of Round Rock ISD. Also, if your child has a fever, please don't send them to school. Usually we ask that it's a 24-hour period without a fever. And that's it on the nurses.
Favor de no mandarles con fiebre en la escuela y la medicina tienen que ir a la enfermera, pero ellos no pueden tener la medicina con ellos, ¿sí? Toda la medicina tiene que entregar a la enfermera y la enfermera se les puede dar a ellos.
Fall conferences will be Monday. It's Columbus Day. Students can also attend if you prefer that. If you would like to schedule an additional conference at any time with one of us, most days after school work well. And then just see the teacher, shoot them an email just to set up that conference if you'd like to meet before then or after then as needed.
Vamos a tener conferencias el 14 de octubre, pero si gustan tener una conferencia antes, nos puede poner en contacto con nosotros y podemos hacerlo después de la escuela.
All right, any questions that y'all have for us about anything we heard?
So are they learning cursive this year?
Yes.
So this is tough, okay.
Yes.
So they'll
That's
have-
that handwriting that we're talking
Yeah.
about.
There's gonna be like an orange covered book. It's like paper, but it's all stapled together on cardstock. And we'll be going through, we'll introduce it in class, like letter by letter, and then they'll have like a page that they can work on at home throughout the week. And then I think we're all gonna just ask that page make it back by the end of the week. So it'll be pretty straightforward, but, and then we'll start having them use that cursive slowly but surely, because I know for a lot of them this is kind of their first exposure or the first after a long time, so.
Can you talk a little more about the math expectations and explaining what they are supposed to be writing, like the paragraph, talking about how they solve the solution?
Yeah, so what we're really looking for is that they understand why they added. Well, I added all these numbers, but why did you add them? Well, because the question was asking for the total, and total means, to me, I need to add all the numbers up. Or I divided these two numbers because they asked about how many are in each group. We want them to be knowing what operations are needed when, basically, and explaining when they're needed shows us that they understand the concept. Does that help?
Yes.
If you look at your child's math notebook, we've all taken a problem of the day grade, so you can see our expectations and our feedback in their notebooks about what we're looking for specifically.
There's a rubric in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as your grading scale, you said that if they're failing, that they can make it up to a 70. So what's a 70 considered? Is that considered C, a D? What is
A
that?
C.
Mm-hmm.
C.
And that's aligned with the Round Rock ISD policies.
Okay. 90, 80, 76.
Any other questions? Well, thank you for joining us, and if y'all do think of any other questions, I know we're all reachable by phone or email, and we're happy to work with you for your child's success this year.